We offered trips on some occasions to come out and hear a 2-hour talk, but it happened to be on a nice island in Hawaii.
There were a lot of things that we did day in and day out to try to get the doctors to write our drugs, or in my case, to write for the psychiatric drugs. We did a lot of lunches and dinners, and we brought in speakers, and those speakers were obviously paid by us, and we would wave, you know, renowned studies at them from renowned journals. But of course, we would never say that these studies were paid for by our company, and that it was written by a ghostwriter who was paid by our company, or that our company tends to do a ton of advertising within that particular medical journal. We would never say that.
Con più di 300 milioni di prescrizioni di psicofarmaci all'anno, gli psichiatri che ne prescrivono molti vengono ricompensati con ricchi premi per aver aperto nuovi mercati. Ricevono fino al 25% in più di denaro dai prodotti farmaceutici che da qualsiasi altra attività specialistica medica, una media in uno stato di più di $45.000 per psichiatra all'anno.
Psychiatrists get more kickback from the pharmaceutical companies than any other branch of medicine.
The profession of psychiatry couldn't keep its journals afloat, couldn't keep its conferences afloat, couldn't keep its organizations afloat without money from drug companies. The drug companies really have psychiatry in their pocket.
This is a profession whose diagnoses have been heavily influenced by people who are heavily influenced by the pharmaceutical industry, and whose treatments are almost exclusively these days pharmaceuticals. We should be able to count on them. I do not believe that we can.
A causa dell'incessante promozione da parte di psichiatri, la prescrizione di farmaci psicotropi è permeata non solo nell'ambito della psichiatria, ma dell'intera professione medica. Ma questa campagna promozionale ha un secondo aspetto che gonfia le tasche degli psichiatri più di qualunque altra cosa. E questo mira direttamente a te.
Abilify helps control symptoms of bipolar mania.
Ask your doctor about Effexor XR.
Paxil, the most prescribed medication of its kind.
Prozac Weekly is here. Zoloft, a prescription.
Serafen, PMDD.
And
Gli psichiatri e le case farmaceutiche non solo fanno pubblicità degli psicofarmaci a coloro che li prescrivono, lo fanno anche direttamente al consumatore, tu, contando sul fatto che entri nei loro uffici ad esigere una prescrizione.
The direct-to-consumer advertising is instilling the notion in every human being that something is mentally wrong, something needs correction. That drives people to see a psychiatrist to help to mitigate this by dispensing the medication, by dispensing a drug that they have had pushed on them on countless television ads, countless magazine ads, and countless print ads that say, hey, there's something wrong with you, go get help for it.
Da nessuna parte c'è un'esplosione di promozione diretta al consumatore più ovvia della televisione. Non era sempre così, fino a quando recentemente la promozione degli psicofarmaci in TV è stata duramente limitata. Ma nel 1997 l'FDA è stata persuasa a moderare le sue regole sulla promozione nei media, in diretta violazione dell'articolo 10 di un patto internazionale firmato presso le Nazioni Unite.
Every 5 minutes there's a new drug ad. And this is not by accident, this is cold, canny, scientific design.
The ads are fundamentally of two types. One type of ad is a effort to try to get the patient to take the drug company's drug.
Abilify helps control symptoms of bipolar mania and reduce...
But then the second kind of direct-to-consumer advertising is the you're sick and you didn't know it advertising.
You could be suffering from generalized anxiety disorder.
Because they want to create sales, so what they're going to do is tell people, do you have these symptoms? Do you have this disease? Do you have this particular condition?
But they hit it so hard on television that people say, ask your doctor, ask your doctor. Every commercial is a referral to the doctor. See, they're working for each other.
Ask your doctor about Cymbalta. Depression hurts. Cymbalta can help.
I can go to my doctor and say, here are my symptoms, and walk out with the prescription I want. I can ask for a drug by name, and most of the time I'll be given the drug. So basically I'm my own doctor.
The industry defends what it's doing by saying this is some kind of public health education campaign. And I'm sorry, I think if you go to an advertising agency, you're advertising.
Dall'inizio, la pubblicità degli psicofarmaci in televisione è stata veramente di successo. Solo nei primi 3 anni, la vendita degli psicofarmaci è salita a razzo del 250%. Con incassi che toccano livelli da record, l'industria farmaceutica sta spendendo 2,9 miliardi di dollari all'anno solo per la pubblicità in TV. Una volta guidate negli studi degli psichiatri, le persone possono essere assuefatte con altre tattiche di marketing. Campioni gratuiti.
The industry is willing to give out millions of dollars worth of free samples because it generates billions of dollars in sales.
You want a prescription and you want Prozac written forever as a maintenance therapy. So you establish that with some free Prozac up front.
Here, take this sample, it doesn't cost you anything, and then if you like it or if it seems to work, then we'll make a prescription, but you're gonna have to pay for that prescription. The sample is free. So it's really a marketing technique.
They got a cash cow. Zero refill means you've got to go back to the doctor for another consultation, for another subscription, and it just goes forever. This is business. This is money.
Parte del marketing diretto al consumatore viene camuffato come informazione pubblica. Gli psichiatri regolarmente appaiono nei media avvisando il pubblico dell'ultima epidemia di malattia mentale e a diffondere le loro ultime scoperte. Scrivono articoli pubblicati nei giornali e riviste che assecondano le campagne di consapevolezza della salute mentale. Persino i gruppi sostenitori del paziente, che vantano di offrire informazioni obiettive sugli psicofarmaci, sono da un'ispezione gruppi finanziati da case farmaceutiche e amministrati dagli psichiatri.
They were started specifically by the industry themselves, and the public isn't informed of that. You know, it's basically a great big lie to the public that they think they're going to a charitable organization that has their best interest at heart.
Esempio, bambini e adulti con il disturbo da deficit dell'attenzione o CHADD, il più grande e finanziato gruppo di prima linea per i produttori di farmaci stimolanti. Steven Plog è un ex executive di CHADD.
When I became the CHAD coordinator for Las Vegas, they gave me a manual, and in it said, we want to provide unbiased information to help and support people who have ADD. For the next 30 days, we put 22 parents and their kids on a program with lab tests to find out what their causes were, eliminated their causes, they got prescription-free, medication-free, side effect-free, and they got better with their self-esteem, and they became actually happier, healthier, and more successful. Chad found out about this, called me up and says, we do not allow people to talk about nutrition in any of our seminars. We only prescribe going to a psychiatrist who will only prescribe drugs and therapy. So they said you can no longer work with us, and they fired me for simply recommending that parents go get a lab test, find out what the causes are, and eliminate the causes. They do not allow that. They only allow medication and psychiatric treatment.
I gruppi di sostenitori del paziente psichiatrici promuovono anche il trattamento con psicofarmaci, pubblicando ampiamente sondaggi di marketing mascherati come questionari medici.
You can take a survey of maybe 16 questions. And if you are a normal human being who's lived through ranges of emotions, of normal life experience, if you've known the exhilaration of the birth of a child, a niece, a nephew, and the devastation of a divorce and the loss of dreams, and answer honestly to those questions, you will diagnose yourself as bipolar. And the instructions that come back along with the diagnosis or the warning that you're probably bipolar say, print this out and take it to your doctor.
Quanto semplice per chiunque andare online, rispondere a domande tipiche della vita e a cui viene assegnato un disturbo psichiatrico? Qui ci sono alcuni volontari scelti a caso, persone di tutte le età che conducono vite normali.
Do you feel sad, blue, unhappy, or down in the dumps? Sometimes.
I've had periods of great optimism and other periods of equally great pessimism. Yeah, that happens a little bit.
I get tired for no reason. Sometimes.
My life is pretty full. Nah, not really.
For no apparent reason, I sometimes have been very angry or hostile.
It's hard for me to concentrate on reading.
I am restless and can't keep still.
My heart beats faster than usual.
I have trouble sleeping, shortness of breath.
Gained weight.
Trembling hands.
I have an idea that most of these are going to be sometimes.
Everyone has.
As in everybody?
Somewhat.
Somewhat true.
Just a little.
Oh yeah, I am.
Alright, my score totaled 42. Bipolar disorder, moderate to severe symptoms. Wow.
Answer reflects on the presence of depressive symptoms.
Currently suffering from an anxiety disorder.
I may be suffering from bipolar 1.
Minimal to mild depression.
An obsessive compulsive disorder.
Guess that means I'm a psycho.
Guess I'll go to the psych. Try to see if I could work it out, get some meds or something.
In totale, al 50% di queste persone erano state assegnate diagnosi psichiatriche e istruite per ricevere cure. In questa misura, metà della popolazione degli Stati Uniti, circa 150 milioni di americani, potrebbe essere classificata come malati mentali.